ended last night with a picture of that barn, and beginning this morning with a picture of that barn. And if you remember yesterday, there was no snow. Now we have snow. And it really snowed hard for a very short time, but it came down 1 to 2 inches per hour. And I plowed a little bit. Of course, I don't have a cab on my tractor. So it came down really hard again, really hard. And I got soaked with the snow. So I just got back in the truck and had to dry my hat and that. So and now the sun is coming out. So I live in upstate New York, which is it's very rural up here where I live, but still this state is you know, it's kind of a bad state as far as doing business in. I'm not going to go too far, but it's not a good state to live in as far as just trying to conduct business. Our governor is no good. He's one of the worst governors of in the history, I would say, of America. Not the worst, maybe, but he's one of the worst. So you can say what you want about that, but if you live in upstate New York, all you gotta do is wait. In other words, 5 minutes and the weather will change. Really, you know. You might say, why don't I move? But you know, I look at most of your situations. You know, I'm not a young guy anymore. There's a farm here. You know, it's not like, well, I'll just quit my job and move to another place. Well, you know, farming isn't just like a regular job. They have, you know, you create with farming. You have all sorts of machinery. You have animals and land and buildings and stuff. It's not like you can just say, well, I'm out. You know, there's a lot of guys who do go out, but it's not easy. And I would hate to, actually. So, but anyway, my whole point is the weather here can really be bad for a little while, and just wait, and then it changes. Look over there, you can see the blue skies even. Well, there's clouds, but there's some blue over there. And just 5 minutes ago, it was snowing like crazy. Anyway, I've got to get back to work. I'll catch up with you. You can see the heat lamp back there. So in here, in the wintertime, I come back here and I turn the water supply off in the barn. Even though there's animals in here, it's not warm. And I just have a heat lamp on this line. I can make sure that works. Turn the water supply on. It's all Apex pipe that runs through here. Hello, goats. Hello. Yeah. So this is the other side of the pens. There's just a pathway here that it's here, and the Apex line just runs up. It's at an angle, runs down, it goes up under here, and it climbs quick and runs out that way. That way it can drain and runs out, supplies everything here. The hot water tank. See if we have water. Yeah, we have water. Sometimes it's a little frozen, but there you go. Hot water. Get it going. So that part of it's good. But you gotta, in this old barn anyway, it gets cold in here. So I turn the water supply off. That way I always know it, because if you leave it on and it does freeze, you know, all the water, even though that apex will not burst, it'll be frozen. So I just drain it and just turn it on in the morning and boom. Well, I gotta go check the water outside. But I fed the goats. I use these small round bales. I already ripped it apart, but that's the remnants of one. They're just round bales. They're small. They hold more hay than a regular. I mean, you can make your square bales pretty big and heavy too. I'm not talking about your big 900-pound ones. I'm talking about your regular square baler. Mine are about 50 pounds. These are about 50. They're 60 pounds. But they seem to hold more hay than your regular square bale. I always have leftover with two. I feed two square bales. And you can see the mound of hay here I throw in. I did that yesterday. That's from a big round bale. But then they have here all your, I don't know if you can see that very well. But I have a bunch of round bales here that I started to use. And they're real nice hay. It's pretty loaded. It's still, I got some more over there. That's all second cutting over there. And the cow barn is all loaded with second cut if I need it. But this is all first over here. And I still have a lot of big round bales to cut up. And we're about into January now almost, so I have enough hay for the year, for the rest of the winter. And I'll have a lot more hay. I think I'm going to try to get some third cutting in this year. Plus I have another 11 acres over behind the pine trees that I didn't get last year because it was just planted. I did brush hog a lot of it to get it ready for this year. And I also took 15 big round bales off of it. I could have probably got 100. A lot back there. And I wish they had taken more, because I thought it was all junk. But there was weeds in it. But man, there was a lot of alfalfa and grass in it. And I didn't realize it until I started baling it. And I started feeding those bales. They liked it. They didn't eat the big old weeds, but they ate that rest of it right up. They loved it. My mistake. Here I have a hose running out. It goes to the cow barn over here. And it goes right in through that crack down there and then into the tub. In the wintertime, I use a big tub out there in the summer. But this is a flex hose. It's a godsend for me. You can see that it easily bends. It deflates when there's no water in there. And it's easy to drain. Winds up real nice on the spool here, and I just feed it off that nozzle. Well, it's a snowy one. I just made a path to the barn, to the cow part anyway. According to the weather people, we're gonna have an ice storm this weekend. So, like I said earlier, just wait, it'll change. Anyway, here's the tub. It's in here now, and the hose just comes in. You can see it's flex. It's just works really, really nice, especially in the wintertime. It just drains right out, and there you can see cows in here. There's Mrs. Big right there. Okay, so in this barn, it has electricity in it. I have light. I'd like to put another one down here, but I don't come in here much other than to feed them, so I don't really need it. You can hear the electric fencer. It's in here, down here. And it works pretty good. Keeps that pasture electrified. Anyway, also this barn does have water. You can see it right here. And it has a hydrant. Now, this hydrant actually works because a year ago, we were testing out when we put, or it was 2 years ago, we were testing out the water going into the barn. And that is connected, comes over here and connects to this. Well, I turned it on and it came out and I put it back down, but it got stuck and I had to pound it down so it wouldn't keep coming out. So I just have to replace this, or I'm not sure how to do it yet. I'll figure it out. If I dig all the way down there, and I don't want to, but I might have to. I don't know, but I might be able to free that up. I'm gonna give it a whirl this spring, so I can have water in here. It'd be a godsend if I did, because a hydrant doesn't freeze, and just run a small hose over there, and boom, that tub has it's one of those things you plug in and you stick it in the tank and it keeps it from freezing. Works good. So you can see now I moved the hose. It's real easy. I mean, just pull it in and you can see that it goes all the way down through the barn. And way down there, it's 100 foot hose. So it goes a long way. There's a horse. I'm filling up the horse. There's another horse over there, which is Sawyer. I could stretch it in there to fill his pail, but I just go get the water and put it in his bucket because it's easier. So the hose works good. The reason I do it this way because the hose drains in the winter and it stretches out to here. It's fast. You can just crimp it with your hand and stop it and then go to the next bucket. And if I had a water source in here, it just freeze anyway. So this is just it's good. It doesn't take long and it works very, very well. Well, you can't hardly see me, but I just wanted to show you I installed a LED light. I just have one, but I'm going to actually put it on the rocks bar in the end. I put two of them up there, but it makes such a big difference. I mean, just put the switch here. I'll do a little cattle feeding right now. I'm leaving it running. It started its regen over there, so I plowed a little snow after I fed the cows, and still gotta let it run for a little bit so it burns itself out. You can shut it off, but I always let it burn itself out. Anyway, thanks for watching Farming with George. Subscribe, hit the like button. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.